All right, we are recording, and I'm so pumped up and excited that we have Triple Diamond Mary Peralta on our team Zoom this morning. This girl fires me up. She fires me up. Like her personal development, like anytime she gets into anything, it's just she freaking blows my mind, and she inspires me so much. And I'm just thank you so much, Mary, for just taking the time to come and pour into our team. And just I want everybody to kind of just see you the way that I see you, and just get a little piece of Mary this morning. So do you want to just kind of talk about how you got started in this business?
Yes, definitely. So I first of all, thank you guys so much for having me on. Jen is amazing. I love Jen and Shauna and Meech and all of you guys. So I started with this business a little bit over 3 years ago. And when I started, my background is I was an insurance broker. So I was in that insurance industry. I did that for over 12 years. And I just felt like a robot. I felt like a zombie. The job was okay, but I just felt like that's not what I was meant to do. My first daughter, I never spent time with her. I was always at work. I was working 14 hours a day. So for all of you guys that have kids, you know that when you leave your 12-hour-a-day job or 10-hour-a-day job, and then you get home and do the mommy duty, you literally have no time for your family. So I wanted to leave my job so bad, but because of fear, there's so many people that are still stuck at their jobs. Why? Because they're scared of doing anything else. They think like, this is all I know. How can I ever do anything else? So that's where I was at. And I was praying for something to come my way. And, you know, God answers prayers in funny ways. So I got pregnant. It was a high-risk pregnancy. I almost lost my daughter 4 times. But because I went through that tough pregnancy, and many times I was like, why me? I'm such a good person. Why does this happen to me? Because I remember getting to the hospital, and the baby had no heartbeat for like 10 minutes. So like my world was just like falling apart. And at that time, I'm very positive. Very, very positive. And at that time, I remember sitting in the hospital room just thinking, like, why me? Like I was just negative thoughts started coming into my head. And like I said, I'm all into positive stuff. So I had like given up at that point. And then I remember it was 6 a.m. Joel Osteen comes on. Joel Osteen comes on, and he talks about having mountain moving faith. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have mountain moving faith. I'm going to get through this. And you know what, guys? I got through it. My baby's okay. But after that baby was born, I realized I didn't want to work anymore. I wanted to do this for myself. I found the wraps out of wanting to lose weight. So then I started dropping the weight. I love every single one of the products. Like I could tell you this right now. You have to have passion for the products. Or if you don't have that passion that fires you up, like right now that I just did this wrap party, it was really good. We sold a bunch of products because I love it. I could stand up there and say, like, you know, I love the greens, I love the wraps, I love the skincare, like all of them are my favorite. And you could generally tell when somebody loves their stuff. So stretch mark cream and defining gel are one of my favorites, greens and all that stuff. So you gotta love the product. I fell in love with the product. The greens got rid of my migraines. My mom has an illness called lupus. With the lupus, she was under medication for over I think it was 14 years, and she was just barely surviving. We put her on greens for 6 months, guys. And I know this is not like a medical claim, but 6 months on greens, she was able to leave all her meds. So through that, I became a firm believer because it gave me my mom back. So there is no way that I will not work this business. If you guys have a gift, if you really, grasp your hand of what you have your hands on, and you feel like I have a gift, not I'm going to bother people. Like Meech was saying, it's follow-up Friday. Like, hey, I know these wraps could change your life, and I know this business could completely change your life. So I'm not going to feel like I'm going to bug you on follow-up Friday. I'm going to feel like I am doing you a favor, and you should consider yourself lucky that you're on my list of contacts, to message you. So when you go in with that attitude, it completely changes everything. You don't feel like you're bugging people. If somebody tells you no, you don't feel like, oh my God, like it's the end of the world, or I feel rejected. No. Like I heard from somebody, if somebody's passing out $100 bills and somebody tells you no, you're going to be like, man, they're crazy. And you're going to move on to the next. So, really understand what you have your hands on and what it could do for you. I got started 3 months in, and that's something that I want. I don't know how long everybody's been in, But you guys, when I started, I was ignorant on fire. I had no idea what I was doing. I was so excited. Within 3 months, I didn't know how to chart. That's why right now I was like, I'm pushing for presidential, and it's like it seems so hard. And I'm like, why do you make things hard on yourself, Mary? In the beginning, when I went diamond in 3 months, got the $10,000 bonus. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know how to chart. I didn't know how to do anything. All I knew is you had to build a Ruby. That's all I knew. And my job, if I enrolled somebody, it was to get them to Ruby. And then the month after that, I went to double diamond. And right now, sometimes we sit in a position and we might be at diamond and we want to make that jump to double or triple. And we're like, well, where's the volume going to come in? And where's this going to come in? And where's this going to come in? And I remember looking back to when I did it in the beginning, I had no idea how it was going to come in. I was just excited. I ran with it and it happened. So I want you to, think of, what position or what goal are you trying to end this month with? Where is your faith? One thing that I was lacking, guys, and I have to be 100% honest, is I was lacking in the faith part. I didn't want to let God take control. I wanted to take control. It had to be whatever I was going to do. And like they say, on the Saturday event, we went into having fearless faith. And I saw this quote and all these things just started coming to me where it said, you have to do your best and you have to trust that God's going to do the rest. So as long as you know that you're giving your 100%, right now, I know, is my volume there? No. Is the structure completed? No. I'm still claiming presidential. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm claiming it. I'm just putting it out there. And I'm just in a position where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this my 100. In August, it's like my 110%. What's the worst thing that could happen? One, I promote. Two, even if the promotion doesn't happen, so many people on my team are going to promote. So if you guys start, like me said last night on the call, stop thinking about your promotion and focus on getting all your teams promoted. Because there might be a single mom. There might be some people, like if we're diamonds, double diamonds, triple diamonds, we have a very good income already. But imagine those new people on your team. That $500 would just mean the world to them. So if you just take the focus off of you and you put it on your team, it's going to completely change things. Right now, do I like doing I've been at this girl's house since 8 o'clock in the morning. Do I like waking up at 5 to come and do an 8 o'clock rap party? Not really, but you got to do it. You got to do it. That's why when people tell me, I don't have the time, I can't find the people, I can't do this, those are excuses, guys. Those are excuses. Right now that I am pushing for that run, I want to ask you guys this, how much time are you really giving your business? How, realistically thinking, if you were to go back for this past week, how much time did you really invest in your business? One thing that I would get lost in is stuff that was not making me money. I was just doing things that were not making money. Scrolling through Facebook is not going to be making you money. You get paid to get loyal and you get paid to get distributors. So this is something that could completely change your life. And this is a quote that I said at the event on Saturday, last Saturday, is the degree of success you reach is determined by the expectations that you set. So let me just repeat that back to you guys. So it's the degree of success you reach is determined by the expectations that you set. So if you're claiming a title, but you don't believe that you're going to do it, or you don't expect for it to happen, it's not going to happen. You have to have that mountain moving faith that, that it's going to happen, that God's going to bring you the right people. And do I have pity parties and everything? Yes, I do. I have mornings where I wake up on fire, and I have mornings when I don't want to call anybody. I just want to hide in my room. But you have to get through that. So how do you get through that? With action. I think Misty said it yesterday too on the call. You could overcome anything by just taking action. Negative thoughts, we go through negative thinking when we stop working. So if you find yourself that you're going through negativity, that means that you're not working your 100%, because guess what? When you're in momentum and you're just all fired up, you don't have time for negativity. You're just going to push through it. So I don't know what else you want me to touch base on, Jen?
You're freaking amazing. Me and Lindsay are over here like, what would you say to the person that says, I get this question. I mean, I'm sure you get this on your team too. How do you get distributors? Nobody wants to sign. Nobody wants this opportunity. How do I get distributors?
okay, you have to stop. One, you have to stop thinking that nobody gets distributors, that you're not going to get a distributor. Two, this is what I did, guys. I was, for my presidential, I needed 11. I had to build a diamond myself. So I was like, you know what? If nobody's going to do it, I'm going to go do it myself. So I needed 11 people. And those 11 people, don't get me wrong, 3 days, a week ago, I was like, where in the world am I going to find, after the 15th, it's like reality sets in and you're like, man, I got 2 weeks left. What am I going to do? Where are these people going to come from? I believe 100% in that mountain moving faith and in the law of attraction. I kid you not. I said the night before, I said, you know what? I was listening to this video about the mountain moving faith. And they're saying, you gotta believe it. You gotta stop with the plan Bs and stop thinking, because you might say, I believe it right now, but then your actions are saying something else. You act like you don't really believe it. You say, I'm going for the promotion. But then when it really comes down to it, you're not really putting in the effort because you don't really believe that it could happen for you. So for all of us guys, it's mindset. You have to train your mind. No matter where you're at, you have to train the mind to think that it could happen for you. So this is what I did. I said, you know what? I don't know, because I had to tell myself this, because I was telling this to my team. So I'm telling them is, hey, if you're 15 people away from a double diamond, and I'm telling you guys that it's possible, how is it not going to be possible for me to get 11 distributors? And then this is what I thought. If any of you guys are looking at your charts and looking like, how in the world is this going to happen? This is what I told myself. You know what, Mary? To build a diamond, it's not 25 people. It's one person, one rock star. All you have to do is go out and find that one rock star. Who's it going to be? I don't know. The next day, guys, after just changing my mindset, I'm going out the next day and I'm going to go recruit me a rock star. 3 people messaged me and 3 people signed up on the spot. All 3 of them had been praying for an opportunity. So this is the thing. I believe in the vibrations. I believe in the law of attraction. If you, but see, this is what's going to happen. You're not going to be given a distributor, or one of those rock stars is not going to come finding you unless you are 100% sure of where you're going. So if you know you're promoting and I need this rock star to promote, or I just need somebody to help in my business, they're never going to show up in your team. I tell this to my team, if you're playing the hokey pokey. If 1 minute you're in, the next minute you're out, the next minute you're in, and the next minute you're out. You just got to go all in. There is power in just saying, like you guys have right now, we have 11 days left. What if over these next 11 days, just put it out there. I'm going to find them. Just where you believe it with unwavering faith that it's going to happen. And for all of you guys that are, believers in God, that you have that belief system, just think, when was the last time that your faith was through the roof and you experienced a miracle? When was the last time that happened? Because I think we've all had those type of moments. So there's no reason why it's not going to happen in your business. And honestly, I hadn't had a rap party in a while. I had my rap party. And yesterday I was playing the Duck Duck Goose game on Facebook. Christina Watts posted it. And I scheduled 8 rap parties for this coming week. So it's crazy. You just got to have the mindset that it could happen for you. So I always ask my distributors, what exactly are you doing? How are you looking for people? And one thing that's worked for me, and I got this from Brooke, was the messenger, the group message. I tell them, a lot of new people, or even a lot of our distributors already, they don't know what to say. They get stuck on like, okay, what am I going to tell them? And everybody that's in a leg that I need for the promotion right now, I'm telling them every day, I need you to get me on this group thread with 2 people. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm going to start closing them for them. So that's all I'm telling you. You need to connect me with people. I'm going to do the rest of the work. This way, I'm going to train you so you know exactly what you say. So a lot of them lose that fear because they know all they're doing is bringing people to me. They get rid of that fear. And if they bring me 2 a day, guys, guess what happens when one signs up? They get fired up. They get excited. And it makes them believe that it's possible. So I would say go back. Another thing is, I know everybody talks about the hundreds list, and I've had my hundreds list. I'm not going to tell you I'm the most organized person on the planet because I'm not. I made that hundreds list many times, and it's like, oh, where's page 5? Or where is it at? I ended up investing in a planner. It was like $30-40. But on that planner, I have my hundreds. I did another hundreds list. I actually have a list of 400 people. This was coming back from green carpet. And this is where I go back to the mindset. Coming back from green carpet, guys, last year for the cruise, I was on the cruise. I did it. I had a bunch of points. I think I ended up with like 30,000 points last year. This year, life happened. And when the cruise came out, I wasn't pushing for it. I was, but I wasn't really doing anything. So for the first 2 months of the cruise, I did absolutely nothing. I think I had like 2,000 points. I was like, wow, what a shame. Everybody would post all their points. And I felt like such a failure because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. And after green carpet, as my husband had already experienced the cruise last year, I was at 2,000 points, and I knew you were going to have to be at 10, 15,000 to get on the cruise. So I said, how am I going to do this? Like, how can I come? This is what I pictured, and this is what I'm going to go back to. You got to remember why you're in this business, but that why has to compel you to work. That's when I realized what I'm capable of doing. All of you guys are capable of greatness, but the thing is that you're not operating at that level that you need to become great. You're still operating at 60 to 70%. And ask yourselves, I'm not lying because that's where I was at. You're not giving it your 100%. So coming back from the cruise, I was like, okay, how am I going to tell my husband? I know I'm on, but how am I going to tell my husband, oh, babe, you didn't make it? Like you can't come. You already experienced it last year, but you can't come this year. Coming back from green carpet, I came back. I did the 100th list. So that's one thing, that if you can't find distributors, make the 100th list. Make a 300th list. I remember this video by Jade Hooper where she said that she made 100th list. The more people you talk to, obviously, the more production you're going to have. I made the list, and there is power in looking at that list and crossing people off your list. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I was laser focused. I was working at my 100%. And guys, I made it my husband on the cruise. We were able to get on there. From going from 2,000 points, we ended up with like 16,000 points with 1 week left in the month. Did it seem impossible? Yes, it seemed impossible. But guess what? My need to get him on that boat was higher than anything that was impossible. I just knew that somehow, some way, a way was going to be created and it was going to happen for me. And that's the same conviction that I have right now. Is my promotion far? Yes, it is. It's not as close as I would like it to be. But I have that unwavering faith that, you know what? God is going to work miracles in my life, in my business, in my team, and we're going to move mountains. We just got to believe that it's possible. So I just want you to believe that it's possible for you. But you have to believe. And after you believe that it's possible for you, you have to have that conviction that, you know what? I'm going to do this. Because guess what? When you believe, you take action. When you don't believe, you don't take action. So if there's people on here right now, I want you to look at your production for the last week. If you haven't enrolled one loyal or one distributor, why is that? All of us are busy. On Monday, guys, I was at 6 different cities. I went to 6 different cities. I was so tired. My daughter has school the next day, and she was working with me. And we probably worked for 14 hours that day, appointment through appointment through appointment. And I was just so fired up. I remember I was like, man, I'm so tired, but I feel satisfied. Because at the end of the day, I know that I gave it my all. This is the type of work ethic that I got started with. This is the type of work ethic that got me to Diamond. And how do you expect to get to the next level when you're still operating at 50 to 60%? It's not going to happen. If you want a bonus, if you want that $5,000 bonus, bonuses are not given to people that do just enough to be average. Bonuses are given to people that are putting in those extra hours, that are making those extra phone calls. So what are you doing for your family right now? What are you doing? Your why has to be so big. And I'm going to tell you something else. My husband he started very negative to the business. Now he's very positive to the business. And he told me, because I have complete time and financial freedom now, but he doesn't because he's still working. And he told me, babe, I want to retire. I want to retire. Can you guarantee me that I could walk away from work by December? And I said, I could guarantee you that. And you know what? That completely changed my business. Why did it change my business? Because before I was working for me. I was doing just enough to just do just enough. When he told me that, I have a huge why on why I have to push now from here to December. There's no taking it easy. No, I told him, we're going to sacrifice, or we're going to bring you home. And that why, guys, is making me do more rap parties, more phone calls, more training than I've ever done before. Why? Because my why changed. I needed to succeed as bad as I wanted to breathe. So I want to ask you guys, where are you guys at with that? There, I can't find distributors is an excuse. You could find distributors. I think Chad always says, if I was to give you $1 million right now, go find me a distributor, you will find a distributor. It's just that you don't want to do it. So before you even train on the how-tos, a lot of my teams, I don't train them on the how-tos, what to message. I need to train them on becoming the person they need to be, because somebody with all the tools that doesn't feel like doing anything will never take action. And somebody with no tools that is fired up, jacked up out of their their mind, they're going to take action and they're going to recruit people just through their excitement. So, yeah, Jen, I mean, that's just an excuse. They could find the distributors.
Oh my gosh, I love that last part. Like, it's so true, because everybody wants this perfect script. They want this, like, what do I say? What exactly do I say? But when Shauna started, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just so excited. And that's what drew people to our business and wanting to join us. It was the excitement. It wasn't like the perfect way we worded something or the perfect script. It was because we were excited and passionate, and people could feel that and they were drawn to that. Shauna, do you have anything to add or to ask Mary?
I mean, I don't really know how you can add anything to that, but I'm pretty sure I'm ready to go get to work.
One thing
I love you guys, and I can't wait for all of us to be celebrating all our promotions and our teams. There's this, the video that really made an impact for me was I was asking, like, okay, God, what's wrong with me? I know I have the skill. I know I could do this. What's wrong with me? Why am I not promoting? And then I saw that video, and it was like in big, very loud. Fear is why you fail. You're letting fear take over. So what are you afraid of? What people are going to tell you? What are you afraid of you failing? Of you not looking good? What do? We compare ourselves to everybody else. When you compare yourself, you forget how great you are, and you focus on what everybody else is doing good and what you're doing wrong. So I just told myself this month, man, you're going to have tunnel vision. Forget what's going on left. Forget what's going on right. You're just going to go. You're going to go, and you're not going to care what anybody else is doing, and you're going to get promoted. Because like you said, Jen and Shauna, when you guys started and you were running, all of us were ignorant. We had no idea. We didn't know any of the other leaders. We didn't know what anybody else what they were doing. All we knew is that we were on fire. That's all we knew. And guess what? Another thing that I heard on a video this morning. Are you bringing the fire to your team? You as a leader, like if you're on the Zoom, obviously you're a leader. Are you bringing the fire to your team? How do you want a team that's 100% committed when you're not 100% committed? And there's power when somebody is so convicted. Just think of, like, I love Brooke Phillips for this, even though she's so shy. She just says something, I'm going to go do it, and she does it. Does she know how it's going to happen? Maybe not. We've been through a lot of personal development seminars where they say, your job is to figure out where you want to go. How you're going to get there is none of your business. Figure out, that's where I want to be. That's my goal, and that's what's going to happen. And that's what I'm doing, guys. Just like, I have this month, I have that mountain moving faith. Like, it's happening. I had a pity party with myself yesterday. I did. I'm not going to lie. So I had a pity party in the morning when I didn't want to talk to nobody. I don't know why. I was feeling on fire the day before, and then the next morning, I was like, somebody hide me. Like, I think I took like 4 naps. But I was like, what are you doing, Mary? And I was like, that's the enemy trying to set in again. Why? Because I had just done the charts, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so far. How is it going to happen? I had a rap party at night at 7, and I was hoping they canceled it. I was like, dude, what is wrong with you? You're trying to promote. You're hoping they cancel parties. You just woke up from napping all day long, and you're supposed to get promoted like that? Like, get real. So I have to have that self-talk with myself. And my husband showed up for lunch, and he's like, I thought you were chasing a promotion. And I was like, oh my God, like, I'm just having a bad day. So I had to put on my audio. I had to check myself. And you know what? When you're having a down day, go do a rap party. When you're having a down day, go talk to your team, because they will turn everything around for you. I was on fire. I got home after feeling bad the whole day. I got home and I scheduled all those appointments for this coming week. And I said, you know what? It's happening. It's happening. I don't know how, but I do believe that it's happening. At this wrap party right now, guys, I think we got like 6 loyal customers and they bought over 800 DV, which is insane. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I said it was happening. And this same girl is having another party at 6 o'clock, expecting double the amount of people. When you decide, are you gonna be outworked? Yes, you're gonna be so tired. But that's a sacrifice that you have to be willing to do. You have to bring that fire to your team, and you have to have that conviction, I'm getting it done. Like they always say, Challenger always tells us this, you cannot motivate your team, you can only inspire them by action. And when they see you act, and then when they see that it's possible for you, they're going to think it's possible for me too. So your team is looking up to you. Your team, whether you're executive or you're Ruby or you're Emerald, whatever you're at, your team is looking up to you. Bring that fire. Over these next 11 days, what if we all committed to giving our 110%? If we all committed, you just go all out this month. Whether you promote this month or not, guess how you're going to start the following month? Momentum. Momentum is so hard to come up with. But if you just give it your 110 in 11 days, it's like, oh my God, you could bring so much fire to your teams, to your life. You could wake up people that were not working by you just taking action. So I don't know what else to tell you guys. Oh, another thing is stop depending on your team. When I was looking at my presidential promotion, I was blaming the world. I was like, well, if this one was to work, if this one did something, and if this one did something, I would have already promoted. We don't live in the what if this would have happened. We lived in like, I was talking to Misty and we were going over this. Nobody wants your promotion more than you do. If you're 11 lives or 10 lives or 12 lives from promoting, guess what? You're going to have to do it. So I just took ownership of my business. I said, you know what? If you guys do something, it's icing on the cake. I'm going to go make all of this happen. And I knew that I could do it. When nobody went triple in my team, I got my husband to triple. And I said, you know what? If I literally have to build every leg for me to go presidential, I am ready to do it. I am committed to do it because this business is changing my life. And you know what? If somebody doesn't want to work, I got to move on to somebody that will. And every time you've been so convicted, like I've been convicted that I'm going to get promoted and I'm going to do this, I found rock stars. The moment that you decide and you let go of the dead weight, you find rock stars. So the moment I erase, I've been chartered for presidential like 10 times already. But I was using boxes that were not working. So this is what I did. I erased everybody. And it was scary to look at the chart, but I erased everybody's name. And I said, if you're dead weight, I'm getting rid of you. I love you, but I'm getting rid of you. And I'm starting brand new. And there's a new kind of energy when you start brand new. Getting somebody to Ruby. That's my only focus. I need to build 3 Rubies. And if I get help these people get their bonus and go Ruby, everything that I want is going to happen for me.
I love it. I love it. One thing I want to say too, because I just know going to events has changed my business completely. And with conference tickets going on sale in just a couple weeks, how important do you think events are? What would you say to the person that is like, doesn't think that they can make it happen to go?
If you don't go to events, you're probably not going to be here next year. That's all I can tell you. That's how important events are. And let me tell you what happens with events. My business changed at an event. You know, Shauna, your leader, and Jen, their business changed through events. I was in another network marketing company prior to It Works. In this company, I remember my mentor, this guy taught me, I came into this business guys and I was very successful right away because I already had the personal development to follow. I already had the mindset. I already had that rhino skin. If somebody told me no, I didn't care. I was just going to go. He told me this, if all you do in network marketing is you get good at getting people to events, you will become a millionaire. That's all you need to do. If your number one skill that you could do, that you could learn in this business, and that business was hard, is get people to events, that's all you need to do. Why? Because at an event, you get vision, you get belief, you get the heart of the company, something that we can never transmit to you guys via Zoom, via pictures. You get a feeling inside of you that this is possible for me. This is possible for me. We are what? It's in February, so you still have 5 months left, 6 months left. There is no way why you cannot save $100 to $200 a month and make that happen. Last year, what I did with my team was we did bottles, like wine bottles. Everybody got together. We had a party. We decorated those bottles, and every time we got wrap cash, that money went into that bottle. So any wrap cash that you had, so my girls had like a goal. Okay, this month my goal is to get $200 in wrap cash. So you already know you got to wrap 8 people. All that money, all that wrap cash was going into that little jar. Most of the girls that went to conference from just doing that, and also they saved all of their $5 bills. So if you had cash on you and you had a $5 bill, it went into your conference jar. Most of the girls ended up with like $900 to $1,200. That covered their plane ticket, that covered their conference ticket. So, and whatever money they wanted to spend over there. But you have enough time to make a decision. Most people, I think every single leader out there changed their business at an event. So conference, it's like start planning for it now. My husband changed his business through an event. My cousin went from being negative to wanting to burn my clothes because I always wore the It Works clothes to now being diamond, about to promote to double diamond because of an event. I could sit here and do a 5-hour Zoom on just events. That's how important they are. So if you're somebody that's struggling right now or that you don't believe in yourself, most people can't make this work, not because they don't believe in the company or the product, it's because they don't believe in themselves. You cheat yourself out of your own opportunity. What if you could get that belief at conference? And you know what? If you don't go, you will have that regret for the rest of your life. What if that could have been the event that changed it all for me? What if that would have done it all? Green carpet, guys, I didn't even think green carpet, like for me, I love events. I love being around those positive people. Going into the first part of green carpet, I don't even know what they said. I was like, I'm ready to run. Just being there, just being in the environment. And that's why I came back and I was like, I'm getting on that cruise. And I did it. And that all comes through events. So I don't know in what other ways to put it. If I could rate it on a scale of 1 to 100, it's 1,000. How important is it? It's 1,000. Because not only will it change your business, it's also going to change your life. And what if it's that one event? What if it's that one key piece of the puzzle that you're missing to have your breakthrough? Don't miss it. So make plans. Do whatever. Be creative enough to get there. Anybody could say, no, I can't go. I don't have time. I don't have the days off. I don't have this. But be creative enough to say, I'm going to make this happen. There is no way I'm not going. I had a girl on my team that, Susie, she actually went to green carpet. She spent her last dime. She said, Mary, I'm not going to have money to eat over there. I'm not going to have money to do anything over there. And I said, no worries, just come. She spent up to her last dollar. Her last dollar went on that plane ticket. She came back. She's on fire. She's about to hit diamond in the company. Why? Because of green carpet. She said, you know what? You're saying how important this is, and I'm risking it all. I literally, when I come back, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm putting it all on the line, but I'm going. And you know what? That's part of having that mountain moving faith. When you go all in and you lay it all on the line and you say, you know what? I have to make this work. I have to. She came back. That's why, because she has spent her last dollar. She came back, recruited, I think, like 7 people within that week. And that's when they had the double fast starts. So she made more money than she made at her job just by doing that. So events are a huge part of your business, guys. You have amazing, amazing leaders that you have seen through them that events changed your life. I don't see why you wouldn't. I don't understand why you wouldn't go. Right now that they're giving us a save the date, you already know when it's going to be. You could already, figure out finances, figure out babysitting, figure out whatever you need to figure out, but make it a goal to go. And if you are on this Zoom right now and you're thinking, well, you had excuses. You had previously said, I'm not going. I want you to make up your mind and say, I'm going. And once you decide that you're going, like magic, things are going to start popping up for you. Somebody might have a discounted plane ticket. Money might be coming your way. So, but you just got to have that conviction. You got to know since today, I'm going. There's no reason why I'm not going. And tell your leaders, tell whoever your leader is, hey guys, I'm going. If I later on come up with I'm not going to go anymore, please call me out on my whatever. I'm not going to curse on the Zoom, but please call me out on my stuff. So yeah, events are a huge part of your business.
Yes, they're so freaking huge. I just remember I didn't even go to the conference that Shauna went to, but because I wasn't working my business at all, I signed up. I didn't do anything with the business, but the fire that Shauna had when she came back, it was so contagious. And I was like, I am never missing an event ever, because I saw what it did to Shauna. And then after going to an event, I saw how it changed my business. And there's just no way that I would ever not be an event. You won't see a top leader in the company miss an event like this just because like it just didn't work out. You just won't see somebody miss it. And there's a reason for that. There's a huge reason for that. Shauna or Natty or Meech, is there anything you want to ask the amazing Mary?
Yeah, I know everybody keeps hearing us say, like, we're all saying the same exact thing, and it probably sounds really repetitive, but you cannot afford not to go. And there's nothing that we can say or do to try to, like, instill into your head how powerful these events are until you go to one. And if you're seeing every single one of us that has completely changed our life because of this company, because of these events, why wouldn't you go? Like, I just don't get it. Like, there's no excuses. I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment when I went to my first conference. Like, I did not have the money, but I found it. And I went, and it completely changed my life. That month that I went to that conference, my check was like $500. 3 months later, my check was $11,000. Like, I'm going to start crying thinking about it. You have to go to events.
Shauna, do you think you would have still been in the business if you wouldn't have gone to that event?
No.
So that tells you a lot, guys, because, look at the big difference in her paycheck. But if she wouldn't have gone to that event that she knew that she couldn't miss out on, she wouldn't have been a triple diamond today. So what if that event is your breakthrough and you just don't show up because of whatever reason? They say, I heard this quote where it says, people let little things cheat them out of big opportunities. Don't let, because you don't have $500 or $1,000, keep you from making $10,000 a month. So don't let little things cheat you out of big opportunities. You have to be there, and you could find a way. You could definitely find a way. We have enough time. Shauna, when did you know about conference to where you had to find the money and actually make it there?
I found out in November, and conference was in January, but the tickets were already up for sale when I found out. So, but it wasn't like now where the tickets didn't sell out overnight like they are now. So I had a couple weeks, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks, and I just made a bunch of wrap cash, and we had gotten our check by then, and I used my whole entire It Works check plus all the wrap cash that I made to get my ticket. I slept in a bed with 2 other people. There was 3 of us in a bed. We did whatever it took, and it's different now. Me and my husband have our own room, and we rent our own car, but it wasn't like that at first. It was, we did what we had to do.
Yep.
Hey, Mary, I have a question for you. So for everybody that's on here listening and they're all inspired now, what does a normal day look like for you? Like, what's a normal day look like for Mary when it comes to running your business? Like, what's your daily regimen? Because I feel like a lot of people are like, so fired up. Let's go. Now what? Now what do I do? So what's a normal day look like for you?
Okay, I'm full-time. So I'm full-time in my business. So this is the thing. No matter what I'm doing, I have to work. What's a full-time job? 8 hours a day. I have to work my business 8 hours a day. What does that mean? I could be with my kids, but as long as I'm posting, I'm messaging. So I have my daily method of operation. I use the one that Jay Hooper uses, where I love what Barbara said. I'm doing that right now. where I'm messaging 20 people on a daily basis. I'm making 20 new friends, and I follow up with 20 new people on a daily basis. So I interact with them. So that's what I do. Another thing is I follow Eric Worre, the network marketing pro, and he says, in network marketing, most of the time, why do people fail? Because you are your own boss. I don't see why you have to go to a job that you go there for 8 to 10 hours and somebody has to tell you what to do so you could get to work. In this business, you are your own boss, yet you don't know what you have to do. We know what we have to do. Is you have to be responsible enough to give yourself a plan of action. So I remember he said in one of his audios, in network marketing, your calendar is your boss. Mm-hmm. So if I look at my calendar and there's no appointment, if I don't have anything personal for me, I do take 1 week, 1 day off because I do so much with the team that it takes a lot of time for me. But I do take 1 day off where I don't make appointments with the team. And that 1 day, what I do is all out massive messaging so I could recruit. Because for a while, I wasn't recruiting because I was so busy with the team. I didn't have time to recruit people myself. But then I'm like, if I'm telling them to do the stuff because I'm going to have to do them myself. So I stopped doing them. And how did I get my husband to triple diamond? I went back to doing my steps to success. I had that conviction again. And another thing, just like I said, you have to have that list written down. You have to have the steps to success sheet down. Whenever I don't print it out at the beginning of the month, I don't do them. Whenever I print it out at the beginning of the month and it's on my door. So every time I leave the house or before I go to bed, I'm looking at that sheet and I'm like, oh snap, it's already like, it had been 15, no, I just started recruiting those distributors 3 days ago. So I had gone a whole 16 days without one distributor or one loyal customer. And I was like, this is not acceptable. So then knowing that I only have a few days left, I had to make it happen. I mean, I was still working, I was still doing stuff, but I was doing a lot with the team. So I would say, look at your calendar. Every day in your calendar, I try to schedule myself at least 4 to 5 appointments, whether it's Zooms, whether it's trainings, whether I'm launching new distributors, whether I'm doing wrap parties. Right now, because I'm in building mode this month and next month, this is the way I structure my business. Every quarter, I go on I'm not a crazy recruiter. I'm not going to recruit 10 people a month because I get overwhelmed. I did it last month because I had to get on the cruise. But I'm happy with 3 to 5 people. Why? Because I could focus my energy on 5 people. If I recruit 10 or 12 or 15, I don't even know what to do with them. I honestly, I feel overwhelmed. So what I do is every month, in January, I'll do it. I'll go 1 month, I focus on nothing but recruiting. I go all out massive recruiting. And then the next month, what I'm doing is I'm tap rooting. And tap rooting is just finding distributors through your distributors. So that's one skill that got me to triple diamond. Since I wasn't a very heavy recruiter, is I found the 5 people. Every single person you know has a rock star that they know. But it's your job. And this is also something I learned from Eric Worre. You're either my rock star or you're my doorway to a rock star. If you're in this business and you're a network marketer and you're recruiting people, but you haven't gotten through their contacts, you're not doing your job right. Because your job is to tap into who do they know. Why? And this is something that I do with all my brand new people. That first month, I want to know who you know. Because guess what? I'm going to treat you like an ambassador diamond, like you could be the next ambassador diamond. But I'm also going to treat you like you're going to quit next month. And if you quit next month, I don't want an empty space. I need to build somebody there. So my job is get somebody through that person right away. So my daily activity, it varies every single day. But every single day, I do treat this like a job. And every single day, I'm doing follow-ups. I'm messaging the team. I'm cheering them on. I'm doing appointments. So it looks different. So I can really tell you, I'm not all social media. I do part social media. I only do social media to get me the lead. But if you're local to me, I want to do a wrap party. Why? Because on social media, I could sign up a distributor. At a wrap party, I could sign up a distributor and all of their customers and qualify a leg that moment. So that's why for me, it's wrap parties. I got to get those wrap parties. That's my thing, the wrap parties. So every day does look different, but every day I do something that's going to build my business. So I don't know if that answered your question or.
I love it. It was perfect.
Oh, one thing this totally made me think. I've been getting a lot of people on my team. They say they can't get wrap parties. Nobody wants to host a wrap party. So how are you getting so many people to do so many wrap parties?
Well, they're not my wrap parties. They're what's it called? They're my team's wrap parties. So it's like I'm launching their business. This is what I tell them. because I had to, when I built my husband's legs, I did things different, and I was no longer babying people. I was like, this is what you're going to do. I'm not going to do all of your wrap parties. I'm going to do 2 of your wrap parties. The first one is to show you how it's going to do, how it's going to go. And the second one is to train you on how you're going to be doing that next wrap party. Because all of a sudden I was doing everybody's wrap parties and I was never home. And I didn't want to do that either. So I was like, okay, I'm not creating leaders. I'm creating a bunch of followers. I don't want followers. I need to create that leadership. So as soon as a new distributor signs up, I tell them, we got to get that launch party going. So all these wrap parties that I'm doing, it's a launch party. On Facebook, if I have somebody that tells me I cannot afford to buy the wrap, when you do the follow-up, okay, girl, why don't you get 4 or 5 friends over and, you know, I'll come to your wrap appointment, just have them be there. As I'm wrapping you, they could see the results. And guess what? If they decide that it's for them too, I could hook you up with more product. That's what I tell them. Since we don't no longer have the free product, I could just tell them, I could hook you up with free product. If they don't sign up and they give me 4 customers, I'll give them a box of wrap. But if they sign up, what does the free product mean? I'll hook them up. Hey girl, if you become a distributor, you're going to get the boxes of wraps from now on at the BOGO sale for the rest of your life. Every time you get 2 loyals, you're getting that box for $25. So you want to wrap, why not get it at a discount? So that's what I'm doing. Another thing that I did, so all these wrap parties are my team's wrap parties, all these new distributors that I'm launching. And the reason why I focus so much on, when it's somebody brand new, I don't even give them the choice. I ask them, hey, do you want your business to move fast, or do you want your business to move slow? If you don't have a wrap party, you got to go to people individually. If we have a wrap party, just gather everybody there and go from there. So that's how I get them to say yes to the party. The other thing that I did is what Christina Watts posted, that Duck Duck Goose game. I didn't even think those things were cool anymore. But I saw 2 other girls reposted, and they started getting a bunch of hits. So on this Duck Duck Goose game, I posted it last night, and I was getting to do my follow-ups, and I posted this, and all these people start commenting. Obviously, a lot of them were distributors where they don't pay attention to the rules, but they just, because it was so exciting, I got 4 leads. We just had the buy one, get one free sale. And I told all these girls, okay, you want to wrap. Obviously, you could choose who's going to win your wrap. So I chose those 4 girls, and those 4 girls are all having wrap parties next week. I told them, hey, I'm going to wrap you for free because you're a winner and this and that. But if you invite 4 friends, for every 4 friends you invite, I'm going to give you another wrap for free. So obviously, people that want free stuff, they're going to get the people there. But if I have a party with, let's say, 4 to 6 girls, somebody's signing up. Somebody's becoming a distributor, and somebody's becoming a loyal customer. So it's just, don't put so much pressure on them on having a wrap party. I call them sometimes wrap appointments. I call them sample parties. When you tell them, you got to be super excited. Remember how many blues are out there that just want a party. And if you hear party, see, Misha's ready to party. If you hear party, they just want, like, hey, oh my God. A lot of people think it's like a Tupperware party or a princess house party. You just got to tell, I'm going to wrap you. You're going to be so excited. Everybody's going to see your results, and they're going to see it so they could believe it. And I'm just super excited when I sign them up. And another thing is the voice messages. When I tell them they got to have a wrap party, I'm doing a voice message for them.
Voice messaging is huge. I'm so in love with it. It makes such a big difference with people just feeling your excitement. And I feel like people sign up as loyal customers and distributors quicker when you use it, rather as if you're just typing everything out. I freaking love it.
Yes, and then the last thing I want to leave you guys with, because I know we're already going to be on an hour, but the last thing is videos, guys. Videos changed my business. Since Green Carpet, we started that 20-day video challenge. And I didn't want to give it to my team because I was like, man, if I give it to them, I'm going to have to do it. And I'm like scared to death of videos. I cannot do a video because I'm like, oh my God, from this angle, I look like a chipmunk. From this angle, I look like ugly. So I'm like, I can't get the right angles. I don't want to do videos. So I was just so shy. And then I'm live. I remember when I did that first live video, you can't go back. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do it. Because when you record them, and you don't like it, you'll go and you'll delete it, and you'll spend like hours trying to do a video. That was me. I had to have my makeup perfect, my hair perfect, everything. And I was like, you know what? If Jade Hooper does the videos the way she does them, and she's a top money earner, I think we could all do like crazy videos and make it big. And they're from Larry Lina. I know she's a little crazy too, but she has what's called attraction marketing. When we were doing that 20-day video challenge, my team's business went through the roof. Also, when we came back, we were doing the video challenge while we were at Green Carpet. So people started seeing everything that we were doing, what the business was about. You could post 20 times a day, but one video that you do is gonna have more impact than those 20 posts that you did. So videos change your business, and now it's so easy for me to recruit. When I came back, I was like, oh my God, babe, I was telling my husband, I feel like people are just coming to me now. But it was one, I had the conviction to go out and do it. And two, it was the videos. It was the videos where people were like, oh, I signed up because of one of your videos. Or they were asking me questions because of one of my videos. So I didn't really have to go approach them anymore. They started approaching me. So get out of your comfort zone, guys. Go all in. Decide today. They always say, everything you want is on the other side of fear. How was I going to take my business to the next level? It was through videos. And that's something that I was like so scared of doing. And now I like it. Now I like it. I love Snapchat. I love the videos. And now you can't get me off of videos. So, and before it was just my fear. I was just being held back from my fear because the video wasn't going to come out perfect. Most top money earners, their videos are not perfect. But guess what? They're doing it. And you're attracting people to you. So your recruiting will go through the roof if you start doing videos. So all of you guys we all have different personalities. All of you guys could attract people that are just like you into this business.
Oh my gosh, Mary, you're so amazing.
Oh, thanks, love.
Yeah.
So amazing. Well, I don't want to keep you more than an hour. I so appreciate you taking the time out, like a whole hour, and pouring into our team. Like right, Shauna? We're like ready to freaking get to
Thank
work.
you.
I'm so glad it's recorded.
You're welcome, gorgeous. Let's run. We did it once. We could do it again.
Yes. Well, I'm on freaking fire. Mary, thank you so much. We're like going to watch this over again right now and get to work.
You're welcome, ladies. So I'll let you guys go because I got to start driving. But you guys, go all in. Listen to your leaders. Believe in yourself. Believe in everything that you could do. And if you haven't seen the movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, go watch it. And remember Will Smith's his face at the end of the movie where he actually gets hired to be a stockbroker. That face of satisfaction. So I want you guys to just think, just picture yourself right now, like, Meech and Jen, you guys have been promoted to Triple Diamond. What does that feel like? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? Shauna, you're just presidential. I can't see everybody else, but just think of what is that look on your face gonna feel like when you finally do it and you're promoted and you're like, man, everything, all the sacrifices, all the phone calls, it was worth it. It was worth it for this moment right here. So, for all of you guys, I wish you guys the best. Let's do this. Let's run. And let's give these 11 days left. The best of us.
Woo! I love it. Bye, Mary. Love you.
Bye, ladies.
That was amazing. Holy moly. Let me do this. Stop recording.